Hey there, it's Quinn with PTSD While Black. I'm back at it again. What? Yeah. Um, I wanted to talk about Valentine's Day and how, as someone who is a survivor of rape, I'm going to say the word grape. Some people say grape, I guess, because it's got to be monitored for kids. But as a survivor of sexual assault, and I don't call it just sexual assault, I call it what it was. I had to learn to use the terms for what it was. It really left a mark in the shape of what may be expected of me as a woman in a relationship with a man, or just in a relationship, period. And I've had to do a lot of healing around it. So when it comes to the holiday Valentine's Day, where it's this day of, oh, we're celebrating love, we're celebrating relationships, we're celebrating unions, I have a permanent scar from something that happened in 2008. And my husband is my first partner since I survived rape. And what came up last night as we were talking, what we've done is we've made it kind of a ritual. Instead of it being about flowers and candies and gifts and things of that nature, we try to do some sort of artistic project, something that's artistic together, like the collages that you see behind me. Um, so that's what our relationship does. But what hit me last night, we did singing. We sang some karaoke and we sang our favorite love songs. And some of the things that just really struck me is after I survived the assault, I prayed every day that God would send me someone to love who loves me for me, and that I can love him for him. I prayed every day that prayer for a year. And I'm going to cry. Last night we were singing, and my husband picked the song All My Life by um, Jodeci. All my life, I prayed for someone like you. And I thank God that I finally found you. All my life I prayed for someone like you. Yes, I pray that you do love me too. I know y'all gonna be like, ah, but when he picked that song, I'm like, oh my God, I just started bawling because I realized how this holiday, this message around love and relationships has transformed for me. Is that I found somebody who could love me for me in my messiest moments, in my um, greatest moments. He could love me, and that I get to do the same with him. And that's unconventional. Our relationship doesn't look like what Hollywood says a relationship is supposed to look like. We are just two geeks being dorks together and learning from our mistakes. We make mistakes together, we learn, and we go, okay, how else can we do this? And I think it's just so important for, especially those of us who are survivors of trauma, to, you know how we oh, wow, we want to get back to who we were before the trauma happened, before that betrayal. It's a betrayal. That's what trauma is. We want to get back to who we were before it happened, but instead, can we accept our new normal that it did happen and that we do still deserve love? We are still worthy of love, that we are lovable, loving, and capable of knowing that we are loved already. We become more whole when we allow ourselves this. And that's the big lesson that I was really getting. I was nervous about having to possibly have expectations because my husband brought me flowers over the weekend and he gave me a card, which we normally don't do that. Well, usually it's just a card, and I'm like, I don't want to do anything else. But and then he brought me chocolates as well. I'm like, babe, He's like, well, I listened to you when you said that all you wanted for Valentine's Day is you would love to get some of those chocolates. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not needing them right now. But sure as hell will eat the fuck out of them. It was a meal replacement. Um, so it's an accepting that I get nervous. And we had a good conversation about being nervous. And he gets nervous too, because he came from a relationship that wasn't very healthy before he met me. And so there's these expectations of who he's supposed to be. And we're both having to let go of those expectations, just to drop the expectations of what relationships are supposed to be like. And I wish more people talked about this just openly and honestly, about how we fuck stuff up, we make mistakes, and we get help, versus continuing to abuse each other, versus continue to avoid and say, oh, I don't deserve love, or I need it to be perfect for me to engage. Our relationship is so imperfect, and it's beautiful. I think it's the most beautiful thing in the world. And I know my husband was sent to me for me to learn to love and learn how to heal, because such a major violation had happened. And I was just needing to know how to be loved. And so I do think of my relationship with him as this answered prayer. And our wedding, our engagement, there was just so many coincidences of, check, you're in the right place. Because I was scared. I was scared of being married. I was scared of being in a relationship, to be honest with you. Because this was my first relationship, long-term relationship. I would not let anybody be that close. And to know that I am loved already by the divine, that I'm loved enough that this love, my husband, would be sent to me. That when he officially proposed to me, we went whale watching, and it was the same day that Whitney Houston died. And there was this bird that was following the ship, the boat. And it was just like, I was singing at the time, so it's just kind of like, there's this, okay, check. And then our wedding day, I was scared to get married. I was scared to say yes, because I was afraid of being hurt. And we had planned the date, and then I was the one who got nervous. And when I finally said, okay, let's do this, everything came together. No, my family couldn't travel from Tennessee. I only had one relative that could be there for my wedding. The rest we did it like over Zoom or something like that. And my wedding came together, y'all. As soon as I said I'm ready, even though I didn't have money for a dress, even though we didn't have the money really for the chapel. We were just like, okay, we're either going to go to Vegas and elope, or we're going to go to a Justice of Peace and have a few people there. It's like everything came together. Our church said, use the church hall. Remember, the church said, I'll make your wedding dress, just you buy the fabric. And he designed dresses for Disney princesses. And then someone's like, oh, I have an uncle, he has a bakery, I'll bring your cake. And it was just like, all of these things of when I was ready to say yes came together. And It was a thing of great joy. And someone mentioned that my husband's middle name means royal, and my name is Quinn, and it sounds a lot like Queen. And they're like, this was a couple that was supposed to be together, and we just kind of laughed at the service. And when we went on our honeymoon, we went whale watching again for our honeymoon. And there were whales, 2 whales. There was a female whale being courted by a male whale that we saw. We got to see their spouts, and then he was chasing her. So it's just kind of like a whale of a tale of how when I am ready, the universe responds. And though something that violated who I was had happened, that there's still so much room for love and beauty. And even though, despite what I'm going through with the stalking situation, what's happening here is I'm speaking up and saying, this is what I need to feel supported and loved. And my partner, he is just responding and meeting that. And I'm able to own my shortcomings and my limitations and to try and mend my behavior. And it's like this amazing, it's an amazing bond. And so what I'm just saying for you, if you're listening, whether you're single or you're a survivor or not, is that even though there are some limitations in life that really hurt us, if we're willing to say that we're ready to receive, we are ready to receive the love that we deserve. We're ready to receive the protection that we deserve, and we're willing to show up for that protection. That protection shows up for us. So I just wanted to offer this because I don't think I'm supposed to sit on this miracle. Miracles do happen, and it starts by us believing that we are lovable and that we're already loved. There's a playlist on this channel that I have of love songs for hope, and it originally started because I thought of it as love songs from the universe, from my higher power to me, or me to my higher power. And so you're welcome to look at that and make one for yourself. Make a playlist of songs that make you feel loved, that make you feel valued and whole, or what are activities that you can do that make you feel loved, valued, and whole, so that you can allow that love to keep coming to you. All right. I didn't expect to get so damn emotional, but yeah, fuck it. I'm a Cancer. We cry at everything. Happy, sad, whatever. But till next time, please take care of yourselves. And please love yourselves. Peace.